So what we have here is a Senville Aura series, A-U-R-A series, mini split. This is the 24,000 BTU, and here's the installation manual for that. This is the SENA 24HFIQ model. And what I'm up to today is I want to silence it. In other words, the beep. I want to silence the beep on this. And there's, of course, in the manual it says, in the remote manual, it indicates that we should use the LED button to silence the beep. But that only silences the beep during an individual run, a single run of the unit. Once it shuts down or is turned off and then turned back on again, it starts beeping again. We don't want that. So we're going to explore if we can silence that beep mechanically. So I am up here on the ladder, and this is the wiring of the main board on the right-hand side as you're facing the front. And after looking at wiring diagrams that are made available by Senville, I'm not able to find where the beeper mechanism is via wiring diagrams, but after a brief investigation, I found it right behind this support piece here. There's a little round disc that would be familiar to anybody who's ever worked on electronics like these. It's back in there. And there's no easy way to get at it, to clip it out or remove it, which I think is intentional. However, there's this connector, low voltage connector, right next to it. And so as an experiment, what I'm going to do now is disconnect that carefully. I have to use either a tool that's made for this or a screwdriver to just carefully pry loose the clip that holds that in, which is, it's the little white clip at the bottom that holds that connector onto the receptacle. And then you gently pull it out. So I'm going to try that, and then I'll see what happens. Oh, and of course, just one important side note. It's not even a side note. It's a very important main note. Before even opening that panel up there, I disconnected the main power at the breaker. So the whole unit, outdoor and indoor, is completely without power right now. Okay, so there is the connector pulled loose from its receptacle on the main board. That's marked T2. So we'll see how that goes. And there is you can more clearly see the little speaker, little metallic speaker back there. So now I'm going to go restore power to the unit and try turning it on and see what happens. Okay, so that was not the proper solution. It still beeps. Okay, so on further investigation, I see that this protective piece unclips pretty easily. And I was able to get a pair of needle nose pliers in there and just gently removed the beeper from its mount. To be very gentle when doing that so you don't damage the printed circuit board. But this is something that users have done to noisemakers like this for years in different applications. I think this is going to have success, so we'll find out. Okay, that appears to have been successful. I powered it back up. Of course, I first replaced the protecting panel there, and no beep. So now I'm going to close the unit up, start it up completely, and see if it makes any sound or throws any error codes. All right, turned it on. No beep. Turn it off. No beep. I am happy. Cheers. So one or two final thoughts. So here, if this is in focus, there we go. That's the unit that I pulled out of there, or at least the top piece of it. There'll be an inside piece that'll have the actual noise emitter. And it's probably floating around somewhere under my couch or a table somewhere. When I popped this off, I heard the the little piece goes scattering away somewhere and I haven't found it. And just anybody else who's interested in doing this, just know it'll almost certainly void the warranty. I have not verified this, but you know, that beeper is used to alert you of problems with the unit, like if the filter needs cleaning or if there's some kind of issue with its operation. But there are other ways that it does that too, through the LED display, and also if you happen to have an external thermostat, which I do, to control the thing, then you'll also get error codes via that app. I've got a Wi-Fi enabled one from Cielo, the Cielo Breeze Plus, which I was hoping would also fix this issue. You know, let me silence the beep. It did not, but it does other things that I like. So anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you found this helpful and hopeful, and quiet night's sleep and peaceful home to all. Cheers.